The energies are sweetly intense this week, and so they could look a little bit differently, of course, for each person. But overall, there's an intensity to them, but it's sort of like a sweet little nudge, right? So I'll share that with you in your weekly transformational forecast for the week of April 25th, 2022. Hi, I'm Veronica Lee, and I wanted to share with you just a picture of the week. I do this each week and, feel into the energies, feel into what's going on, and offer you a so-called forecast that is helping to transform you. We are in this huge transformation. We've been going through it for, decades, but essentially it's sped up and gotten more intense over these past few years. And it's going to keep moving us. It's going to keep nudging us. And so this week is one of those little nudges. Energetically, we have been, sort of in this blossoming phase. And I've been speaking to this for a while. And there are times that we kind of want to rest a little bit and not do too much because, it's okay, things are brewing, they're kind of simmering, they're germinating, let's say, and so we don't have to do much. In fact, it's almost better if we just sit back a little bit. What's nice about this particular week's energies is that there is an energy of a nudge, and it's sort of a sweet one. It's not a kick in the pants, get over there and do this. For the most part, again, you might be getting a kick in the pants. But basically, we are really coming into some more clarity about direction, about what it is we're wanting, what we're wanting to start creating. Often for many of us right now, I'm seeing a lot of people who are really wanting to make some changes. And in order to make changes, you're kind of where you are, and then you have to decide or think about where you want to go before you can make that change. Right? And so what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of question about what am I even wanting to change? Where am I going, etc. So what I'm seeing that's a little bit different is there's a little bit of nudge, a little bit of clarity of this might be it. And I want to say might, right? Because it's an idea of an entire array of ideas that might be resonant. So that nudge is about pursuing, investigating, leaning in, discovering if this resonates. Now, it doesn't have to be an either or, yes, no. It's taking the time to experiment with a new idea, with a potential direction. Let me feel into what else is showing up. The other thing that I'm getting information about, and I'll use the word hearing. The other thing I'm hearing is to really be mindful of our words right now, not because there's something bad or and I know part of it is words are intention, but be mindful of our words in ways that we talk about or think about or project toward our future or our potential or our unfoldment. And what I'm being told is that oftentimes we may not even notice how we stop the cart before it even starts to go, right? With those words, with that self-talk, with any kind of fixed idea of what we can or cannot do. So just paying attention and being mindful of them. It doesn't mean you have to stop, everything and say, don't say that, but simply going, oh, wow, here's what I'm speaking. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what's the belief behind that. Let me see if there's anything else related to these patterns. All right. And then the other thing I want to say is that I've been saying this for a while now too. When I was looking at people and working with people, oh gosh, I would say for the last, 3 or 4 years, there was a lot of energy around the throat and around the upper heart, just really kind of coming into our truth and this place of open-heartedness, stepping into our multidimensional selves. And now what I'm seeing is so much energy around that solar plexus, around that will and that place of identity. And at the same time, ironically, of course, we're sort of struggling with our identity. We're struggling with this place of wondering, who am I? You know, what is my purpose? What should I do, right? And this is how it's related to this little nudge of direction that we have been sort of opened up to for this week. So things to consider, things to contemplate, things to be mindful of, and a little bit of doing here, a little bit of doing of exploration, possibility, feeling into that little nudge that you've been given. So with that, we'll see you next week.